Are you ready for the hardest sports show on the market? It's called The Timeout, Sundays on the ZNet Television Network. In our first show, 4 decades of sports in the country.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, consultation on extending maternity leave duration set to take place next month. Plus, crime is down, but the Minister of National Security says sexual assault matters are on the rise. Find out what is being done. And Junkanoo in Grand Bahama is just around the corner. The Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture assures that it will be a vibrant parade. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, consultation for extension on maternity leave benefit is set to take place in December. Executive Manager in the Ministry of Labor confirming with ZNS News that officials have engaged in light discussions to extend the benefit beyond 13 weeks. We have the details in this report.
We are going into a lockdown conclave, the NTC, next early December.
It's a conclave to set the agenda for the new year, where the National Tripartite Council and the social partners will have discussions on extending maternity leave benefits beyond the current 13-week period.
The advocates of it have done also their homework, and their recommendation is based in science and the things that are good for the mother after delivery and the child. We also know that employers have concerns about the time away from the job as well.
All of which will be taken into consideration during the meetup. But just how long of an extension are they considering? Quentin LaRota says that will be determined based on discussions with social partners.
And once the proper consultation is made, then I think emerging out of that would be the appropriate recommendation that all parties could, even if they don't agree to it totally, that they could say it's at least reasonable.
But will fathers also benefit from these discussions? According to LaRota, some companies have made provisions for paternity leave through union agreements.
I congratulate the labor movement for realizing that men also need time to bond with a child and with the mother after the delivery. And so that, I think that was forward thinking. That may also be addressed in a greater way.
Now, our ZNS News team took to the streets this afternoon to find out from residents how they felt about an extension on maternity leave. Those we spoke to say they agree that it would be beneficial and expressed why.
I think that'd be really beneficial for a lot of mothers on the island, especially the ones that work full-time jobs. The job that I work, mothers tend to have to make a lot of sacrifices just to be on the job. So I feel like having extended maternity leave beyond 13 weeks could help the family in a lot of ways.
I feel like especially because we have such a large single mother population as well, having more time off to bond with the kids, especially in those first few weeks after giving birth, is incredibly important.
Now, there were also those who gave their take on how long the extension should be, referencing other countries as an example.
We've seen many first world countries have allowed extensions of up to a year or 2 years. Those mothers and many other persons who may have had the opportunity or blessing to become pregnant note the toll that it takes on the body. So not only physically, mentally, spiritually, I think an extension would be much appreciated by the wider population.
13 weeks is honestly a short period of time because that's only like 3 months you're really bonding with the baby once it's outside the womb.
The child is still young. To leave the child at that age is distressing for the mother and the child. I feel like a 6-month period is an ideal maternity leave period.
Well, in other news, the Abaco Hurricane Shelter building project making significant headway. The building was recently inspected and endorsed by the High Commissioner for India to Jamaica, the Bahamas, Cayman Islands, Turks and Caicos Islands, and the British Virgin Islands, and the United Nations Development Program. Assistant Resident Representative, the Honorable Miles Kayla Rhoda, and the executive leadership of the Disaster Reconstruction Authority led this important site visit, which also included officials from the Ministry of Disaster Risk Management and NEMA. The DRA oversees the project, and upon investigation, several caverns, some as deep as 20 feet, were found underneath the building's foundation, which the DRA's current leadership team met in place. Now, during the site visit, the delegation was given a project brief by the project managers. Heading now into news from the crime beat. The murder count in the Bahamas is down 16% compared to last year. That according to Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernander. However, speaking to our ZNS News team, Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, says while that might be the case, there is still a concern when it comes to sexual assault. Jolanda Thompson-Everest has more in this report.
As overall crime numbers trend downward, Minister of National Security Wayne Monroe says there has been an uptick in sexual assault cases in the country.
All of the major lifestyle crimes and other crimes are actually down. Now, the sexual offense, but they're still too high. I hasten to say that, because to say that you have double-digit murders instead of triple-digit murders, 10 murders is a lot, 20 murders is a lot, 50 murders is a lot, but it would be less than we have now, less than we have last year, less than we had the year before.
But as he examines the statistics, he ponders what has caused the increase in sexual assault numbers. Are there more sexual assaults being committed, or are there more persons coming forward and reporting them?
I've seen a number of reports now of men reporting having been raped, which we seldom saw in the past. So the more comfortable you make it for people to come forward, the less threatening they are when they come forward, the more support you give them, the more likely it is in an offense like a sexual offense that's committed in private, is it likely to come to your attention.
But the minister contends that when it comes to problematic matters, there are two concepts to the problem.
So if you're not on bail for a violent offense, you probably don't have as much cause to fear murder as somebody who is. But the fear of crime is just as real as the actual incidence of crime.
Now, Minister Monroe expresses that the police force is currently increasing its presence on the street through police patrol as they continue to seek to mitigate all unlawful acts. He says their aim is for residents to feel more safe and comfortable in this country. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
Thanks, Jolanda. Well, the quick action of police resulted in the capture of 27-year-old Gurmeko Christopher Gardner for stealing. An all-points bulletin was issued for his arrest on Tuesday morning. But by this afternoon, police say the wanted suspect was in custody. Investigations into this matter continue. Meanwhile, police on Grand Bahama are also investigating a juvenile male in connection with possession of dangerous drugs with intent to supply on Monday, November 27th. Preliminary reports indicate that officers attached to the Northern Division went to a senior high school. Once there, conducted a search of the suspect and discovered a large quantity of suspected marijuana in his possession. The estimated weight and street value of the suspected drugs is currently unknown. Investigations continue into that matter. Well, Grand Bahama's highly anticipated New Year's Day Junkanoo extravaganza is just around the corner, and preparations are in full swing as the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture unveils initiatives aimed at elevating the celebration to unprecedented heights. The minister announced the disbursement of funding to participating groups and is urging all to gear up for a vibrant parade.
All the family islands and Grand Bahama themselves have received their seed funding, and so they are on their way.
Highlighting Junkanoo as an event drawing both local enthusiasts and international visitors to the island's shores. Youth, Sports and Culture Minister, the Honorable Mario Bolag, underscores the significance of providing robust support to the cultural extravaganza on the island.
What we did for Grand Bahama, we put a national committee to help oversee the local committee, Junkanoo committee here on the island, so that we can help lead and guide them on what they need to do in order to stand on their own 2 feet. And so the program is in place that we will help them in the next 2 years so that they can be as New Providence and some of the other family islands and be able to stand on their own 2 feet.
Throughout the years, Minister Boleg has consistently engaged with the Junkanoo Association on Grand Bahama, actively listening to their concerns and collaboratively exploring strategies to amplify and enhance their annual event.
The Junkanoo groups are quite satisfied with the relationship between themselves and the ministry. And so they're just happy to be on, well, I was told again, by the Platinum Night, they're just happy that I'm their minister who supports Junkanoo to the fullest, especially when it comes to Grand Bahama. And they were looking forward to bright things to come in the future.
In a potential shift for the future of Junkanoo on Grand Bahama, he says they are having discussions to change the traditional January 1st date.
And there's hope that we can get these Junkanooers to look at in the next year, moving that date so that they can get more help and support that they normally would have got from New Providence, so that this parade can be bigger than it has ever been.
Furthermore, the minister disclosed receiving a request from the late Honorable Obi Wilshcombe regarding the prospect of organizing a parade prior to his passing.
Friday I got the email, which I did not discover until Monday after his passing. I read the email and I reached out to the chairman of the JCNP in New Providence, and I said, this was requested by Obadiah Wilshcombe, and I think we need to honor this. And it wasn't supposed to happen in Grand Bahama, but if Grand Bahama has intention to wanting to do something, I'm sure we can sit around the table and we definitely can't leave them out because this is where he's from.
Well, today is Giving Tuesdays. Here what Doctors Hospital did to recognize this special day. That story, sports, and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, returns.
You asked for it, you've got it. A new plant nursery fully loaded with everything you need and extended hours. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
List your home in Grand Bahama with H.G. Christie. Visit their new office in the Port Lucaya Marketplace. H.G. Christie, celebrating over 100 years of service.
4 p.m. Join us at Portobello's Restaurant at the Grand Lucayan for a delicious full buffet spread. Call 373-1333 for more information.
Bar Blue next to Bell Channel Inn is celebrating their 6-year anniversary. Enjoy drink and food specials, unwind at Freeport's most stylish pub on the water with tasteful food and a fine atmosphere.
Hi everyone, I'm Joan Davis-Roll. I am excited. You know why I'm excited? Because Grand Bahama is about to bounce back.
I am excited and committed to see Grand Bahama bounce back.
I've started from ground zero. I've weathered many storms. Grand Bahama will bounce back.
Hi, I'm Osmond Johnson, an attorney here in Grand Bahama, and I believe in Grand Bahama's overwhelming potential to bounce back.
Hey, I'm Darren Cooper. I could feel it, I could see it, and I'm excited about Grand Bahama's bounce back.
Hi, I'm Olivia Colley, and I am thrilled to be a part of Grand Bahama's future.
I can see it. I can feel it. Grand Bahama, the bounce back. Hello, everyone. I'm Joan Davis-Roll, the host of a brand new and exciting show here on ZNS, The Bounce Back.
Are you ready? I'm ready.
I am ready.
I am ready. I am ready.
Ready or not, it's here. That's right, the biggest gospel show with me, Uncle T Baby Boy, on 8:10 a.m. That's right, interviews, greatest songs, praise and worship. It's going to be exciting. We're going to take the Bahamas to the world and bring the world to the Bahamas.
Officials announced early on that the curve of the country
and cue. At a fire erupted at the
all of the victims have lost their lives.
#1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Well, today is recognized worldwide as Giving Tuesdays, and Doctors Hospital is using this to continue the legacy of Dr. Malik Cavallo by giving back to seniors. Our Aja Quant reports.
Around the world today is Giving Tuesday, and Doctors Hospital here in Grand Bahama is celebrating with their seniors extravaganza in honor of Dr. Malik Cavallo. Many seniors making their way here at the Urban Renewal Center in 8 Mile Rock for the celebration. From nails to haircuts and bingo, seniors all over the island are being treated to what Doctors Hospital describes as an extravaganza. For 40 years, Dr. Cavallo, alongside his wife, dedicated their lives to serving seniors in the 8 Mile Rock community through an annual Thanksgiving luncheon. Vice President of Doctors Hospital Northern Region, Kendra Stirrup, noting that the hospital wanted to continue that legacy.
We wanted to make sure that not just to carry his name and our legacy in the name of Cavallo Medical Center, but to carry his heart as well into the community. And so a part of us giving back on this Giving Tuesday is to be with the seniors in 8 Mile Rock, have an extravaganza, to be able to love on them, to be able to show them how much we care, not just from a medical perspective, but from a community perspective.
Housing the extravaganza is Urban Renewal 8 Mile Rock. Manager Tanya Monroe says they would normally have events as such every month for the seniors, and were more than delighted to assist Doctors Hospital this time around.
For them, it shows them that we love them, and for us, we get love in return. And not only that, it gives them something to do. We just don't have Senior Day. We use it as a time whereby we inspire, we engage, we create the environment that we think is necessary for them, not just to keep them at home. We want them to know that they are a part of us and they have helped build this community, so therefore we only want to share with them.
And the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute's Cosmetology Department also rendering service, their lecturer applauding them for supporting the initiative.
I'm actually very happy to be a part of this opportunity that's going on. It's great for our young people to get involved and build their craft. Right now they're just learning so much and they're interacting and making a difference.
Not only is Doctors Hospital giving back here at Urban Renewal Center in 8 Mile Rock, but they're also giving back at their medical centers in 8 Mile Rock and Freeport with a $28 checkup. For anyone wanting to find out their open and closing times, you can contact 350-4490. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Aja Quant.
Thanks, Aja. Well, a number of government agencies on the island held a combined Thanksgiving service to celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday. Employees of the Department of Customs, Immigration, Education, and the Passport Office gathered at the C.A. Smith Building, where they sang praises and fellowship through worship in celebration of the Thanksgiving season. Pastor Barry Morris, a senior officer of the Department of Customs on Grand Bahama, delivered an inspirational message to those in attendance.
You give them your heart, and it's not enough. You give them your finances, and it's not enough. You give them your time, and it's not enough. When a person is ungrateful, they become bitter. Bitter against those who truly love them. They're bitter about everything. Nothing is good. Every day is gloomy.
Officer in charge of Grand Bahama for Immigration, Greta Knowles, along with Whitney Kenny and Michelle Boleg from the Department of Customs and Education, respectively, attended the Thanksgiving service with their department heads, where they shared their thoughts on the significance of the joint service.
Service was excellent, well executed, and most of all, we are thankful today for all that God has done, and He's been grateful for everything. We are thankful.
One thing that the people of Grand Bahama and the Northern Bahamas can be thankful for is the goodness of God and helping them to restore their lives physically, materially, and just to get over the trauma of experiencing such a horrific hurricane.
We have so much to give God thanks for. The mere fact in Grand Bahama in particular, when we think of the hurricane, when we think of COVID-19, when we think of all the blessings that God has given us, today's event was very important. Just to take time out and say thank you And in particular, thank you for our students, our teachers, our school administrators, and our support staff.
Well, following a 4-year hiatus, Festival of Carols hosted by the Ministry of Education is back. Ambassador Kevin Tomlinson, chair of the event, says he is excited for the event to be back as many schools are participating this year.
And see some of the most talented young people in the Bahamas. In fact, I would go as far as to say the most talented people in the Bahamas. So it's always a pleasure working with my first love, music, the arts, and seeing the kids performing. We're hoping that this is going to revive the energies of our children. The children have been through so much. They've seen a lot. And let's start to bring some joy back, some fun for kids. And this is a great avenue to do it. So I, took pleasure in saying, listen, on a great team that we have together, and coming here and saying, listen, let's get to work with this.
Now, this year's theme is Star of Wonder, Star of Light. One of the participating schools is Freeport Primary School, and Principal Gia Walker is inviting the entire community to come out and support the talented children of all ages.
As I like to tell people, you know, we're getting back to normal now, and this is a part of the normalcy, coming out and starting that Christmas season with carols, festive singing, dancing, all types of music. So it's definitely going to be a wonderful time.
Now, the Festival of Carols will be held at the Community of Heart Church of God of Prophecy on Coral Road, Thursday, November 30th at 9:30 a.m. In other news, 2 young men in the music industry making a name for themselves, known as Just Ride DJs, Benji and Slick Renardo Dean and Benji Persilis, say that their music is all about impacting the lives of those they've come across through positive, fun music.
DJ Benji and DJ Slick are finding themselves booked and busy. The youngsters are proclaimed as 2 of the hottest DJs in Grand Bahama, and in 2018, the journey began in Renardo Dean's neighborhood with Benji by his side and a virtual DJ to play with.
I started working, and then I saw a DJ bought on thing for sale. I ended up buying it, and when I buy it, I still was only buying it to play around or what's not. And like I said, he was living right down the road, so like he would come through and he would play around on it too.
As the two began mixing different sounds and rhythms, they stumbled across a flyer inviting upcoming DJs to attend a particular event, and that's when the work began. DJ Slick continued that they worked towards sharpening their skills, and during the makeshift process, then came bookings.
Didn't even know what to charge. We used to just get them any little price out. We just was happy to be playing. We couldn't believe like we was actually making money from this thing, but we was once getting off of it. But
now, as the support started rolling in, the DJ said that the feeling was overwhelming and unbelievable. But Benji says all in all, the passion comes from their love for music, and that's what makes it easy to perform.
I just like the idea of making people have a good time, or you know what I mean, being that kind of person that people look up to say, right, I know when Benji come around, it can be a party or however. Yeah, they being a good, or just having a good time with other people, basically.
DJ Benji furthering that the work in the music industry is not always easy for him and his partner. However, the goal is to keep striving.
Any challenges, but just keep pushing through. You'll be just all right.
DJ Slick expressing that they are grateful for the support since taking center stage in 2018 till now, and that they will continue to work on behalf of the young people, making a difference in the community.
Really appreciate all the love and support everybody's been showing us, so it's not.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
Well, tonight we continue to highlight women who are making a difference in policing. Sergeant Crayana Roll is among those female officers who have lived her life dedicated to making the community of Grand Bahama better.
While in high school, we had officers posted at the schools, and I always admired the authoritative figure that being a police officer represented. So that was one of my motivating factors in becoming a police officer, to make a difference, to be the change that I want to see. A Squad 2004, I was a part of that. We joined with I joined along with 9 other female officers, and I think we had about 21 male officers. that was very challenging for us because we had to make a statement. So balancing work, academics, and being a mother has been very, very challenging, but rewarding. My son, I take pride in molding him. And within this past year, he's achieved so much. He participated in his first speech competition, which his father and I coached him for, and he came first place in the junior division.
And that's a look at stories making news. Here's what's happening in sports with our Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports on a Tuesday. We have a whole lot of sports for you. Let's jump right in. Primary school basketball action yesterday at St. George's Gym between Hugh Campbell Primary and Tabernacle Baptist. At halftime, the score was 9-8 in favor of the Falcons, but it was all Caden Clark in the second half who scored 14 of his team's 16 overall points to lead the Falcons to a 16-11 victory in regulation. Lekyle Carey scored 6 points for Hugh Campbell in a losing effort. Still in hoops, scores from Abaco Basketball Association League with games played at the Murphytown Community Park. The Titans got the win against the Net Rippers 91-85. TJ Wallace was the high point man with 25 points in the win. Jubin's Juicy Lucius had 29 points in the loss. In Game 2, the Crusaders took care of Showtime in a high-scoring game 115-104. The final score, Godfrey Rowe Jr. scored a season's best 40 points in the win. Chauncey Cooper had 32 points in a losing effort. The final game of the night went to Cat 5 as they got the W in a close one, 115-111 versus the Titans. Romero Beefy scored 29 points and added 12 rebounds in the victory. Penchy Mello's 38 points was not enough for Cat 5 in a losing effort. And finally in sports, high school softball scores from yesterday. Sunland Shadow Tabernacle 15-0 in junior girls play, and Sister Mary Patricia defeated 8 Mile Rock High 7-3 in girls play as well. Ladies and gents, that's a quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Get ready, Bahamas. Take out your lighters. You heard the rumors, and the time is now. Saturday, December 16th. Burna Boy fans around the planet definitely won't want to miss this once-in-a-lifetime party. The hottest global artists and one of the best voices of all time will be performing live in paradise in the Bahamas. For updates about the event, check out theforeigncurrencypromotions.com or WhatsApp at 242-805-0390 or 242-809-1242 or email info@signatureproduction.net. Don't you miss it.
The Ministry of Tourism presents Rake and Scrape Tour Thursday, November 30th at Curry's on the Bay, Hepburn Town, 8 Mile Rock. Enjoy the sounds of the Count Juice Band by the seaside. Fun kicks off 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's Rake and Scrape time at Curry's on the Bay, Hepburn Town. It's a Rake and Scrape Christmas party Saturday, December 16th with the infamous Elon Moxie and Bimini boy Stevie S. It all goes down on Thackeray Street, Queens Highway across from M&E Caterpillar. Super giveaways, beer and drink specials, music by DJ Governor, hosted by Daddy Steely. All brought to you by No Holds Bar and Lounge.
Hi everyone, I'm Joan Davis Roll. I am excited. You know why I'm excited? Because Grand Bahama is about to bounce back.
I am excited and committed to see Grand Bahama bounce back.
I've started from ground zero. I've weathered many storms. Grand Bahama will bounce back.
Hi, I'm Osmond Johnson, an attorney here in Grand Bahama, and I believe in Grand Bahama's overwhelming potential to bounce back.
Hey, I'm Darren Cooper. I could feel it, I could see it, and I'm excited about Grand Bahama's bounce back.
Hi, I'm Olivia Colley, and I am thrilled to be a part of Grand Bahama's future.
I can see it. I can feel it. Grand Bahama, the bounce back. Hello, everyone. I'm Joan Davis Roll, the host of a brand new and exciting show here on ZNS, The Bounce Back.
Health officials announced early on that the curve of the fourth wave had been flat.
Standby talent.
2 and cue.
We have a dynamic team of diverse, enthusiastic journalists committed to uncovering the truth and delivering it with zeal and integrity.
Confirms that the victim's body was found by an individual who was involved in the
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Tonight, our Facebook friend is LaShane Stubbs. She also celebrates her birthday. Best wishes on your birthday. Thank you for your continued support of the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. Please continue to enjoy. And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team here in the North, I'm Miko Knowles. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, IMF revises growth projection. Shantytown demolitions resume. Failed talks with Haiti. And in sports, Long Island boys look to sweep best of the best. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by BTC. Win over $100,000 in prizes when you sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. This Christmas is on us.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lopinder, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. A Washington-based financial watchdog sees the country's finances as heading in the right direction, and a recent assessment reflects it. But the International Monetary Fund has also determined that the government's target of reducing the deficit to 0.9% during the current 2023-2024 fiscal period, while laudable, is pretty ambitious, begging the need then for more policy measures to achieve its target. And here's why. According to the IMF, based on the current policies, the fiscal deficit is expected to be 2.6% of GDP in 2023-2024, considerably larger than what was expected. Well, in the face of the IMF's doubt, Economic Affairs Minister, the Honorable Michael Alcides, holds firm to optimism.
We have met since coming to office. We have met and or exceeded every single projection in terms of the deficit that we did. As a matter of fact, the numbers will come out shortly to show that last year, at the conclusion of the last fiscal year, we've once again exceeded our deficit targets. So we are confident that with the continued growth of the economy, the continued efforts that we make to improve our tax collection, particularly in areas like foreign-owned real property, some very aggressive steps that we're taking in that area that are bearing fruit, that we will meet our deficit targets.
Beyond reducing the fiscal deficit, though, the IMF contends that a set of comprehensive tax reforms would be valuable to the Bahamas, raising revenues and improving progressivity. It points particularly to implementing a corporate tax accompanied by a personal income tax on the highest earners. Governments have long stenched on both. Overall, though, Alcides sees the concluding statement as largely positive for the Bahamas, considering its revision of our growth projection for 2024 from 1.8 up to 2.3%. IMF missions are part of regular consultations. In other news this evening, after months of preparation and planning, a new Turks and Caicos diaspora office officially opened its doors this evening. Our LaDawn Davis is in the mix and joins us live from the new Bay Street office. Good evening, LaDawn.
Makushla, we're here on the second floor of the Bahamas Financial Center here on Charlotte Street. It's where the new TCI diaspora office is currently located. Now, descendants of the Turks and Caicos Islands living here in the Bahamas will be able to receive information on jobs and investment opportunities currently available back in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Now, a similar office is also expected to open in the nation's second city of Freeport before the end of this year. Now, we were hoping to get an interview from the Premier of the Turks and Caicos Islands, the Honorable Charles Washington Mizik. However, that official ceremony is still going on, and we were unable to get an interview with him. Hopefully, we're able to get an interview with him at the end of the ceremony. Now, we were told that the Premier of the Turks and Caicos Islands is expected to cut the ribbon. There's a ribbon right behind us, a yellow ribbon to be exact. He's expected to cut. The Prime Minister is still currently giving his remarks here at the opening ceremony of the new TCI diaspora office. But just to give you a little bit of information, we have some notable Bahamians that are from the Turks and Caicos Islands. Veteran journalist Diana Swan, Bishop Walter Hanchel, the Minister of Energy, the Honorable JoBeth Kobe Davis, are all from the Turks and Caicos Islands. And as you can imagine, the dream of having the Turks and Caicos Island office based here in the Bahamas has come true for them. And many, or should I say hundreds, of Turks Islanders that are living here in the Bahamas. So for now, Makushla, we're going to go back into the ceremony because the Prime Minister is still speaking. Back to you in studio.
Well, thanks, LaDawn. We turn our attention now to what's happening in Haiti. And if CARICOM's Eminent Persons Group was counting on some breakthrough during a recent trip there, they left sorely disappointed. The group, tasked with negotiating a new government for the troubled island, instead knocked up against stakeholders who refused to negotiate. Initially buoyed by prospects that a tentative agreement had been reached on critical areas, the EPG returned to Haiti November 8th, all in hopes of building on these arrangements for free and fair elections. This included what CARICOM calls widening and strengthening attributes of the High Transition Council, the composition of the Provisional Electoral Council, the designation of a body to oversee government action, and the establishment of an inclusive government of national unity. However, the EPG soon found out that the insistence that Prime Minister Ariel Henry resign was still a prevailing condition for meaningful discussions. The group has committed itself to providing a draft framework of accord for consideration and discussion, taking into account points stakeholders have raised. This latest setback flies in the face of hurting Haiti, whose cycles of armed gangs continue. International reports cite that the political actors, fully aware of this dire reality, continue their zero-sum approach to efforts to reach an agreement that would bring an end to the political deadlock. Making up the EPG, former Prime Ministers the Honorable Kenny Anthony of St. Lucia, the Honorable Bruce Golding of Jamaica, and Right Honorable Perry Christie. Well, on the international stage, the Bahamas is seeking re-election to the International Maritime Organization's Council for 2024-2025. Minister of State for the Environment and Natural Resources, the Honorable Zane Lightbourne, is in London, taking the lead to reaffirm the Bahamas' commitment on the IMO's role as a global regulator, and applauded the organization's effort on climate change through the adoption of the 2023 greenhouse gas strategy.
We are proactive in our efforts to protect our maritime environment in line with the UN Sustainability Development Goals 14, Life Below Water. And we are pleased to serve on the executive board of the International Oil Pollution Committee Fund. The Bahamas is also committed to Sustainable Development Goal 13, climate action through the reduction of global greenhouse gases or greenhouse gas emissions, and actively participates in all Marine Environment Protection Committee meetings and the intersessional working groups on greenhouse gases.
Well, West Grand Bahama and Bimini MP-elect Kingsley Smith won't officially take his seat in Parliament tomorrow when the House of Assembly resumes. Smith won last Wednesday's by-election triggered by the death of Minister and MP Obi Bolshcom. The West End native, who ran on the PLP's ticket, won decisively over challengers Ricardo Grant of the F&M, Coalition of Independence leader Lincoln Bain, and Independents Daquan Swain and Tennille Burrows. Chief Clerk at the House of Assembly, David Forbes, explaining that the MP-elect should be seated in the coming days.
The Parliament
will now have to welcome its new member for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, and in order for him to cross the bar, he will have to take the oath of allegiance and the oath of qualification. We'll do that at the bar whenever it is arranged for him to come. I can't say exactly if that's going to happen tomorrow, but I'm not seeing in the preparation for doing it tomorrow, so I'm assuming it'll be done the following week. And the law says as soon as it's practicable. So I think everything will be in proper order by next week, Wednesday.
Still to come, Shantytown demolitions resume. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
This Christmas is on BTC. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with us. Sign up for one of our $64.99 or higher postpaid plans or one of our broadband bundles and get a chance to drive into 2024 with a brand new Kia Sonet. Pay your bill in full and you can be a winner with our Christmas grab bag. Activate a $15 prepaid combo and get your chance to win Visa gift cards, travel and gas vouchers, and so much more. Watch our Hallmark movie of the week for a chance to win a prepaid Visa gift card. Make BTC your choice this Christmas with over $100,000 in prizes. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. Visit any BTC location today. Terms and conditions apply.
The new KFC nuggets have arrived. That unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% white meat. Unlike the no-gets, at KFC, we hand bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets in the original recipe, you'll never settle for less. KFC, the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
Did you know the National Insurance Act provides for an insured pregnant woman to access her maternity benefit before or after delivering her baby? Expecting mothers are entitled to 13 weeks of maternity leave, which can be applied for by completing the Med-2 claim for maternity benefit form. Section A is completed by a registered physician or certified midwife. The medical practitioner certifies the expected or actual confinement period, signs the form, and affixes their official stamp. Forms completed by medical practitioners outside of the Bahamas must be accompanied by the physician's business card. In sections B and C, the claimant provides personal and employment details, declares their last day at work, signs and dates the form. The Med-2 form is always accompanied by Form Med-4 or Employer Certificate, which is completed by the employer. Both the Med-2 and accompanying Med-4 forms must be submitted within 3 months from the first day of confinement. Forms submitted outside of this period are considered late and will be subject to review by the Late Claims Committee. Before submitting forms, check that all fields are accurately completed. Incomplete forms or forms with incorrect information will delay the processing of your benefit application. For more information, visit the NIB website at nib-bahamas.com.
Oh, God.
I know you ain't spending no more money on this boat. Ain't this what you drowned in last year?
I understand. How I drowned last year if I here running on foolishness with you?
Where you going now?
Montague.
For what?
For best of the best. Why you keep putting question to me? Over 90 boats and over 200 sailors coming from all around the Bahamas to compete for the largest sailing port ever. You better pray I take you the best of the best.
You ain't got to worry about that because you's the best of the worst.
Anyway, while this woman running on, I will see you on to the 2023 Best of the Best Regatta. Woman, you will see me talking?
Come before them.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
The Unregulated Communities Action Task Force resuming its demolition exercises at the All Saints Shantytown site in the Carmichael Road area. This is the latest round of such exercises, but as Corval Pyfrom reports, Tuesday's demolitions took on a much different look than those before.
We understand that these demolition exercises here at the All Saints Shantytown got underway just after 9 this morning. They have been orderly thus far. There are a number of Marines here from the Royal Bahamas Defense Force. We are told that there has been little to no resistance from any of the residents, and that's largely because they've had a number of weeks now to prepare themselves. Because these exercises started at the start of this month, we're told that many residents have vacated these premises and have now found accommodations elsewhere.
I say Asian. So that's government probably when they say move. I say don't move. If you say pay. You can't pay, you say move from here, go next place. You can't fight for that.
This is as far as our cameras were permitted to go. Unlike the earlier exercises at the Cool Acres site, these demolitions at All Saints are being done quietly. This despite there being a fleet of visibly marked police, defense force, immigration, and works vehicles. In and out, heavy-duty trucks carrying debris from the structures taken down. We weren't able to shoot those structures, but those that came down were marked visibly with the letters TBD, to be demolished. Eerily quiet at the site on a day people would be seeing their homes some of them have lived in for years, turned into simple rubble. But many of them were not here to see it. This resident, who didn't want to show his face, says many of the residents are simply doing what they need to do.
Some of those who move out their homes, they find places to go. They put their furniture and their stuff different places and shacking up with their family or their friends.
Still, he says, even though they knew this day was coming, watching this happen has been difficult.
I am very torn about it, because like I say, these some good friends of mine over the years. We had a good, it's a good little community where everybody love each other and look out for each other, So that's what I'm torn about, But like I say, the government did a orderly job with it.
And so Tuesday's demolition exercises here at the All Saints Shantytown appear to have gone off without any incident. Officials were not able to speak to us during our visit here. It is expected that these exercises will continue through the rest of this week. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
Well, from the police this evening, a student in hospital while 2 others are in police custody after authorities were called to a senior high school on Blue Hill Road and School Lane following a stabbing around 1 this afternoon. Mobile division officers reporting that a 16-year-old student was attacked and stabbed by 2 students ages 15 and 17 years old. The officers arrested both suspects on the school's premises. The victim was taken by ambulance to Princess Margaret Hospital after suffering wounds to the lower back. He's in stable condition. Intense investigations continue into this matter. Set afire. A 29-year-old man who has some serious questions to answer, and it has everything to do with reportedly setting 2 of his relatives on fire. Police have locked down the time of the incident as around 10 last night at a home on Gibbs Corner. We understand the suspect, upset with his 54-year-old uncle, poured an unknown liquid on him and ignited him. The suspect's 74-year-old mother also sustained burns during the incident. The 2 were taken to hospital and treated. As for the suspect, well, he was arrested for causing grievous harm. Cross-examination continuing today in the Adrian Gibson corruption trial, with the defense seeking to poke holes in the testimony of a prosecution witness. Fern Carey reports.
Attorney Damian Gomez Casey attacking the credibility of prosecution witness and Water and Sewage Executive Deidre Taylor as she took the stand again Tuesday in the Adrian Gibson corruption trial. After asking Taylor about photos she had emailed to General Manager Elwood Donaldson and his client and former Water and Sewage Executive Chairman Adrian Gibson, Gomez then changed his line of questioning, asking Taylor if she had been arrested on April 25, 2022 and questioned by the police on suspicion of fraud. Taylor responded that no one said she was under arrest and that she was told it was a procedure to get information. However, she admitted that police said she was entitled to a lawyer and that she had been questioned for 8 hours. Asked if she was given a detention record to sign, Taylor said she didn't recall. Gomez then highlighted a detention record with Taylor's signature, indicated that she had been booked in at 1 p.m., that the arresting officer was Sergeant 3576 Bowleg, and that she was suspected of fraud. Gomez also wanted to know, among other things, if the board had approved contracts for the painting of water and sewage water tanks, but Taylor says she couldn't confirm that information. She also recalled that all of the documents bypassed Water and Sewage Executive Robert Deal and went on to Donaldson. Asked if Deal had signed off on payment to Elite Maintenance, she said he did not, as he said he needed more time. Gomez then showed Taylor a document for water and sewage tanks that Deal had signed off on. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
A senior Bahamian delegation led by Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis pledging for more global attention on climate change at this week's United Nations Climate Conference, or COP28, in Dubai. While in the United Arab Emirates, the government's also hoping to cement a diplomatic presence there as several Bahamians are considering migrating to the Middle East. Foreign Affairs Minister the Honourable Fred Mitchell explains.
The embassy is being opened shortly. We've had an agreement with the government of in Abu Dhabi, which is the capital city, and so we expect that within the next year that should be in place. The premises, I think, have already been identified. It's just a question of settling some agreements with the government there.
Well, we told you last night about Carnival Cruise Line's special town hall meeting at the Margaritaville Resort, where officials shared with entrepreneurs the many upcoming opportunities at its soon-to-come multi-million-dollar development set for Grand Bahama. Well, our Desmond Saunders has more on that.
It's a project that's expected to return the magic to the nation's second city. Carnival's proposed $500 million Bahamian-themed celebration cruise port expected to give a shot in the arm to Grand Bahama's ailing economy, the largest 329-acre water and sea cruise port with over 50 retail outlets accommodating several large cruise ships, creating 1,000 jobs with lucrative opportunities for Bahamian entrepreneurs. Vice President of Destination Operation at Carnival Corporation, Vaughn Fernandez, inviting Bahamian entrepreneurs to get on board.
There's the RFP, the request for proposal, which are open right now for both retail as well as food and beverage. That's how we get retailers and food and beverage entrepreneurs to tell us what exactly they want to do. Once we go through that and we select a number of retailers, then they're going to have to go through the process of getting a business license. We are under the jurisdiction of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, so that is going to be one of the steps to get a business license.
Construction on the Celebration Key Port has begun, with the official opening slated for September 2025. While Grand Bahamians are optimistic, excitement is also brewing among Nasubians. Thomas Barnett is a local entrepreneur.
I think it's a great opportunity. I think they've done a good job in choosing where they wanted to be. One of the bigger concerns that I had originally was putting their money where their mouth is. There's a lot of times that talk about opportunities in Grand Bahama that never fall through. But I see where the work has already started. I've seen the plans, and I think it's a great chance for not only Grand Bahamians, but the Bahamas in general.
While excited over the project's proposed economic impact, Vernal Major has some reservations.
As a businessman, when you're looking to expand, there's a cost involved with that. And I think as a Bahamian, we all are aware that the Grand Bahama Port Authority acts as a separate government within Grand Bahama. So you still have to operate a business, and you want to take advantage of the opportunity that's before you. So how does that relationship and the partnership that's going to be established can all work together in synergy?
Monday's town hall, one in a series of events to invite requests for proposals for Bahamian entrepreneurs interested in retail, food, and beverage outlets at Carnival's Port on Grand Bahama. Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
Well, Marcellus Hall joins us in studio with a check on what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for this evening, the best of the best getting closer. We'll take a look at the Long Island Skippers as they prepare for what they hope is a sweep. Just ahead in sports.
The fastest fiber covering the Bahamas. Do more, pay more, stream more with BTC.
I'm Corval Pfeiffer. Our CEO, Samir Bhatti, went back to school recently. Samir took BTC's message of the magical moments created through reading as he paid a visit to the Gambier Primary School, where he read to first graders.
I enjoy reading, and first grade was my favorite grade in school, so it's just a pleasure to be with the kids and read a story to them. And I got to tell you, when you read to young kids, they are so transparent, so effusive in their joy that it brings me joy to just spend a few moments and do something I like to do. And to get that kind of elicit that response was a lot of fun. This is our 4th year of Mission Week that we're participating, and I enjoy seeing a lot of the sharing on the One BTC chat of all the pictures of how we're all participating, all doing our part to contribute in ways we feel most comfortable.
As you know, reading plays a very, very vital role in students' lives, especially at this age where they are 5, 6-year-olds here in first grade. So therefore, we encourage reading at home, at school, because without reading, our students would not be able to survive. They wouldn't be able to live in society. I would like to thank BTC for coming and stopping by and reading a Christmas story to our students. They loved it. They enjoyed it. The CEO of BTC did an extremely good job and with reading with the kids, and they loved it. So thank you once again, BTC, for stopping by, and feel free to come back again.
We hope, just like Samir, you'll join us on our magical journey. All you have to do is get lost in our good book. Faster, stronger, more reliable, BTC Unstoppable. Be well, and be back here next. BTC Connection.
Mario thought he could have his cake and eat it too. He almost found out the hard way that if you don't insure your home for the full replacement value, when it comes time to make a claim, you won't get the full payout. It's called the condition of average. If your $200,000 home is destroyed by a hurricane, but you only insured it for $100,000, half the value, you'll only get half of that $100,000 payout. Actually, less than that, because there's also a deductible, which will be deducted from your payout. Check your home insurance policy for the condition of average clause and ask your insurance agent or broker how condition of average would affect you. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas, protecting the interests of policyholders.
Good to grow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources teamed up with the Small Business Development Center to dish out grants up to $40,000 under its Sustainable Food Grant Initiative for businesses in the agriculture and fishing sectors. They've set aside 60% for businesses in fishing and 40% for agricultural enterprises.
MSMEs that contribute to food security are invited to apply for our grant funding of up to $40,000 or loan funding for various needs, including land, building improvements, boats, maintenance and repair, production equipment, insurance coverage, accounting software, product packaging, climate smart and sustainable upgrades, professional services, raw materials, branding and marketing services, and incorporation fees are all included.
That's SBDC's Executive Director, Samantha Roll, who says the budget for this grant funding initiative is approximately $1 million. She lists all the perks business owners can snag from this initiative.
This initiative is multifaceted with the following components: training programs informing entrepreneurs in farming, fishing, and supporting industries on sustainable business practices, and fostering an ecosystem among these entrepreneurs across various islands. Commerce opportunities, hosting Food Central, a market for farmers and fishers, and preparing them to be featured on our e-commerce platform.
Agriculture and Marine Resources Minister Jomo Campbell says this is a step in the right direction towards obtaining food security here in the Bahamas.
The occurrence of food scarcity and the unaffordable cost to some causes Bahamians to have to make tough decisions pertaining to what to eat, how much to eat, and in some instances, whether they eat at all. It has also placed the spotlight on the need for more attention to be paid to agriculture, fishing, and food production, which are vital sectors of our economy. Today, I am elated that my ministry, our partners, BAIC, Access Accelerator, and by extension, the Davis administration, is again tangibly demonstrating its belief in Bahamians with the launch of the Sustainable Food Grant.
Only Bahamian-owned businesses focused on enhancing food security here in the Bahamas qualify. Applicants must complete a 4-week training, obtain a captain's license for new fishing businesses, pass adjudication, and make less than $5 million annually and less than 50 employees. To apply for the Sustainable Food Grant and learn more about the Food Security Initiative, call 461-SBDC or visit www.accessaccelerator.org. Did you know that strawberries are grown right here in the Bahamas? Well, today we're venturing all the way to North Andros at Shanty Farms, where we're going to get the ins and outs of this particular crop.
Ensure that the roots are covered. Yeah. And you're going to take the soil and put it around the base of the plant, okay? So that's important.
Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
The recent promotional exercise of more than 60 clerical staff at the Ministry of Works not sitting well with Chief Clerk Telsine Thompson, who says she's not seen a promotion since 1992 and feels slighted her name was not on the list this time around.
I'm near to retirement and I haven't gotten anything. Well, I run a section. I have the qualifications in. I got good ACRs, reports, and today I saw all of my colleagues got something. I haven't been promoted in years. Next 2 years I'll be retired. I feel bad about it today.
Well, Minister of Labor and the Public Service, the Honorable Pia Glover-Rose, says she's aware there are hundreds of public servants like Thompson who have been overlooked for quite some time and that she's now getting to the bottom of it.
The Ministry of Public Service, we work from a place of recommendations, which means a department, a ministry has to recommend its employees for promotion, because public service, we don't know who they are. You have to speak for who your employees are. Once we get the files, then they're processed. So we have had persons, because I have a public service hotline, that have reached out and say, I think I was overlooked. And in that instance, we would send a request to the ministry or the department with the name and say, this is someone who believes that they've been overlooked. And in some instances, they were overlooked and their files are sent. So that's where we're filling in the gaps. We're allowing public servants to reach out and say, me, I think I should be there. And once we do our research, and if the files speak to the fact that they have been overlooked, we're resolving those issues.
Deputy to the Governor General Ruby Ann Darling pinned with an orange ribbon during a courtesy call by female leaders of civil and non-governmental women's organizations at the office of the Governor General this morning. It's part of activities commemorating Women's Week. The Bahamas joins the global 16-day campaign of activism to eliminate violence against young girls and women. Orange represents a future free from this violence.
I'm so pleased that women in the country have taken their rightful places and they're leading various organizations, and we continue to advocate for better.
Women are natural born leaders, they are homemakers, they are caregivers, caretakers, and so they have so much of the attributes what it takes to go forward. So I'm very, very happy at this time.
We can get to the place where women's voices are not only recognized, they're heard, where women are in seats of authority where they can make real change so that we can get to a place where we are all equal.
As long as we get enough women's groups and girls groups involved, and we tell the truth. Too often we don't tell the truth, or we don't tell the complete story, and that's something that I have advocated for a number of years, is that we tell girls and young women the truth, not only about their bodies, but about their future.
Well, time now for the poll question of the week, and this week we're asking, should the government purchase the Grand Bahama Port Authority? You can chime in on our social media handles.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
This holiday season, join us for an island game Christmas Cashmas experience like no other.
Ho, 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 ho. It's that time of year again, and we have something extra special for you. We're giving away a blue gift box, and it's filled with magical surprises.
Santa and his gifts are ready to make your Christmas Cashmas dreams come true. Every day, a new surprise awaits. Thanks to our 12 days of Cashmas.
Here we go. Mercy's doing it big this year. Cashmas time with extra cheer. 12 days of merry winnings from your friends at Island Day. Friends we trust game.
This Christmas, we invite you to celebrate the 12 days of Cashmas with us. Are you ready to unwrap the magic?
Quick, and you can win some awesome stuff at Mercy's Island Game. Yeah.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
A gift just in time for the holidays. Member of Parliament for the South Beach constituency, Bacchus Rolls, launched a mentorship program. Dream Builders, as it's called, is designed for young constituents between the ages 16 and 25. Dozens of youngsters met at Anatole Rogers, hopeful of benefiting from the initiative, supported by a number of corporate partners and the government. According to Roll, the 16-week program, set to officially begin in January, will focus on 3 areas of development, namely job readiness, entrepreneurship, and continuing education.
You know, we have partnered with BAMSI, BTVI, Synergy, GLX, Bahamas Development Bank, any number of private partners to assist us with training our young people here in South Beach. What we have found is that everybody wants a job, but unfortunately, not everybody is employable.
The reality is that a lot of young people are searching for opportunities. And the reality is, looking at the physical classroom is not always the best fit for persons who have to manage life and go back to enhance themselves. So we wanted to join to give an opportunity for those who want to start school online and eventually transition, and to also give them an opportunity to be marketable.
Well, we also spoke with a few attendees who see the opportunity as a bridge to future goals.
I want to be an entrepreneur. I plan on starting my own business. I want to have a hair salon and my own clothing store. For a long time, I have dreamt of this business. I wanted to do this. I think this program is going to help me because I think it's going to help me with managing skills to run a business, because you know you need that.
I saw something about IT studies, and I'm very much interested in anything technical related. So if I can get some experience from that, it would really help me in furthering my studies.
I'm a guy where I know knowledge is power. That's something my mother has taught me. So any chance I have to broaden my skill set, I'm ready to take.
Well, after 41 years as pastor of the historic St. Paul's Baptist Church, Fox Hill, Foxillian and community builder Bishop J. Carl Ramming is stepping down. A Thanksgiving gala held in his honor over the weekend at Super Club's Breezes Resort. Ramming, who reflected on his 54-year impact on Fox Hill and the wider community, says he's excited about his new chapter.
Just thought at this point in my life, at the age of 80, I thought it's time for me to step back. I'm not retired from preaching per se, but retiring from pastoring the church. I like the backyard, the farming part, and I probably would. And then, of course, I'll be here and there, family islands, United States, friends. I'll have a lot of time to visit with them and do what I can to help, encourage. And I think that's a good part of my ministry. I think I've been an encourager.
Flanked by friends and family, Ramming expressed hope his life and rich legacy sparks a revolution and inspire others to pursue excellence.
If you're not serious about your calling, you're wasting time. If you're truly called by God and He put that conviction on you, you are to lead not only by example, but you have to be humble. And I think that could help an individual to be successful in ministry. I've married more than 12,000. Oh yes, and I believe I christened a couple thousand.
The National Report returns in a moment.
Janae's Chesapeake Road Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get your Christmas trees in pink, frosted, green, or white in a variety of sizes. Musical Christmas LED and laser lights, a large variety of tree ornaments, lighted angels and Santa tree toppers, bright and lively colored Christmas balls in all sizes, garlands, wreaths, tree skirts, stockings, and lots more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Check our selections online at www.janaes.com.
Samantha's always on point. She doesn't miss a thing. When she signs up for any insurance policy, she reads all the fine print. She knows what's covered, what's not covered, and she's aware of her deductibles. When it comes to insurance, it pays to know your policy. Review every insurance policy so you know what you're covered for. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas.
most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Hello everyone, this is Tony Williams back with a special promotion for BahamasAir.com and GoGo Florida. The $100 deposit is back, but it's only on your debit card. So whether you're renting that sedan, SUV, or spacious minivan for group or family trips, keep your cash in your pocket. Only Dollar Thrifty is making it convenient for you. Your $100 deposit held on your debit card. Available at Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and Orlando. Book early and save your 8-passenger minivan for your holiday shopping spree.
Harbor Island residents tonight expressing concern that recent insufficient water supply coupled with the lack of sanitization on that island could pose a threat to students exposed to scabies. 2 weeks ago, 9 students tested positive for the highly contagious disease, dozens more screened. Here's Acting Director of Education Dominic McCartney-Russell with an update.
Students and staff were screened by health officials, and the school was clean per recommendation. Students have returned to school, and our team members are now preparing for the end of term theory exams. This week it's actually the practical exams. As it relates to the water being off and on, I'm advised that as of yesterday, the water is on, and so hopefully it will continue throughout the examination process, and students will be able to complete their exams with no issues.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather, and for that we turn to Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, McKishler. Outside of our studios, we are under mostly cloudy skies. Temperature at a comfortable 73 degrees. Relative humidity 68%. North-northeast winds at 5 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,019.0 millibars. That's 30.10 inches, and your pressure is steady. Temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We protected you. 70 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Green Toll, Key, and Marshall, Babaco, the Berry Island, 73. Allenstown, Bimini, 77. 73 in Harbor Island. Rock Sound, Eleuthera, 72. Fresh Creek, Central Andros at 75 degrees, 75. Also in Kemp's Bay, South Andros, Black Point, Exuma, and Artistown, Cat Island, 75s. Again in San Salvador and Rumkey, Georgetown, Exuma, 79. 80 degrees in Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Maguana, 79. Ackland, 79. Maternity, 80. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 82 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center for all areas tonight through Wednesday. Those Wednesdays going to be north to northeast at 10 to 15 knots. Wave heights 2 to 4 feet. High tide will occur at 8:24 tonight. Another high tide at 8:51 tomorrow morning. And as we take into Thursday for all areas, those winds continue to rotate clockwise, becoming northeast to east at 10 to 15 knots. Wave heights unchanged at 2 to 4 feet. High tide on Thursday, 9:35 in the morning, low tide at 4:09 in the afternoon. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Your voice heard, Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
Have you ever purchased a defective item and was denied an exchange or cash refund? Contact the Consumer Protection Commission at 393-7795-8 or our 24-hour complaints hotline at 357-7898 and let us help your voice be heard.
Hey, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
Michael is an amazing boss. He has an outstanding work ethic where if somebody doesn't show up to work, he's going to call, make sure that you're all right, make sure everything is good with you, man. That's just the type of person he is. Now, because Michael is such a good boss, I go into CBS Bahamas and I going to get him one of those Milwaukee drills for a Christmas gift. CBS Bahamas is the best place to get your Christmas gifts for your friends and family. CBS Bahamas.
For the next 50 days, 50 lucky winners will be getting $30,000 in cash and prizes.
$30,000?
30.
How you win?
All you have to do is purchase $25 or more in fuel or a $25 and up Rubis gift card, and you enter to win. Take a photo of your receipt, and you can upload it via our QR code, Rubis Bahamas Facebook page, or our website. Don't forget, you need your receipt in order to win.
Thank you. $500 on the Visa card, I'll buy everything, but I gotta turn my light on. But I need gas in my car, and I done miss and put diesel in here, and the car say, Bob.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian.
This is ZNS Total Sports. ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check on a Tuesday, everybody. I'm Marcelo Saul. Tonight, we continue our look ahead to the Best of the Best Regatta set to begin November 30th and run through December 3rd over at Montague Bay. Tonight, Charles Fish is speaking with Long Island sailing legend Stephen Knowles. Let's take a quick look.
It's the best of the best in sailing, best of the best in native dishes, and best of the best in Bahamian entertainment. It's the best of the best regatta, November 30th through December 3rd at the Montague Foreshore, sponsored by the Ministry of Works and Family Island Affairs. Let the sails out. Nowhere in the Bahamas would you find this. All champs from last year's best of the best in one yard. Running Tide in Class A, Susan Chase in Class B, and Sassy Sue in Class C.
So whoever want to win, they got to come through these three, in those three classes.
Yes, top skipper Stephen Knowles and the boys busy at work, putting the final touches on the sloops, all ready to get to the starting line and hear the cannon.
I have to put the strip on the mast. I have some hardware to put on these booms. I still have a little planing to do on the chase mast. You have to paint the running tides bottom. That's just rolling it on. We had some rain delays last week, with all the rain, a couple of days we got behind. I'm the person, if my boats can't go out to the starting line looking presentable and 100%, I ain't going. I ain't going out there half-stepping. I want myself looking right. And that requires a lot of time, effort, dedication, and of course, financial resources. So here we are now, just about to the finish line, and we're going to be ready.
Count in all the other best of the best.
But in the B class, it's good to have the Abaco boys back. I think they missed They definitely missed the last BOB. I think they missed 2019 also. Dorian, after Dorian. So it's good to have them back. I know they rebuilt a Golden Girl, almost brand new. I see that Fenton Miller up in Stanley Key look like he has a brand new C-Class. So it's going to be exciting. It looks like there's some new boats coming out, so I'm excited to see how they perform. And obviously you have the regulars, the Widdy K, the Indian Rights Slaughter, Patent Pride, Lady Eunice, H2O, all these fast boats that are going to be there, especially in the C-Class. The C-Class, in most instances, is the hardest class. You have more competitors.
Not a weatherman, but predicting some good sailing.
It's going to be some nice competition, and it looks like the weather is going to be pretty good, too. I saw the last time I checked it yesterday, it was like 10 to 15, which is perfect breeze for racing. Nice moderate breeze, you don't work too hard. You don't be drifting about inside the harbor. So all in all, I think we're going to have a very successful event. And, may the best man win. I'm going to try my best. If I come out on top again, so be it. If I get beat, I think I have fun.
Sunday is the final day when all the big boys will be on the water.
I will be sailing on Sunday. Unless I break down in any of the three classes, I will be sailing on Sunday. And I will go for my goal in all three again. That's the plan.
Who will it be? Best of the best. All will be settled on waters of Montague Bay. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher. It's the best of the best in sailing, best of the best in native dishes, and best of the best in Bahamian entertainment. It's the best of the best regatta November 30th through December 3rd at the Montague Foreshore, sponsored by the Ministry of Works and Family Island Affairs. Let the sails out.
Well, the GSSA high school basketball season now underway. Yesterday, the action continuing as we hear in this report from Amajal Knowles.
Government school basketball action picking back up on Monday with two games in the senior division taking place at D.W. Davis. First up in senior girls, you'd see the JHS Magic face off against the CB Bethel Stingrays. This one would be a straight rout. Nothing magical for GH in this one. They would manage to see the basket a few times, but CV would take them to task completely, winning by a score of 78-18, a 60-point victory for the Stingrays. Trinity Bodie with a game-high 16 points for CB Bethel.
Our performance was not that bad. I used this game to really work on our defense. I see where we are in terms of defense.
There's some expectations for your team for the season?
Well, I am expecting us to move into the playoff and to advance to the championship.
Over on the boys' side, JHS and CB Bethel facing off yet again. The Magic looking to redeem themselves after a triple-digit blow lost last week. For CB Bethel, Danny Pratt's squad would get out early and often and would build a sizable cushion, taking a 20-point lead into the fourth. But the Magic would show some heart and resilience, going on an impressive run in the final 6 minutes. They had the game within 2 possessions, but ultimately they would run out of time, and the Stingrays would survive with a 61-54 win. Drexel McIntosh, the high point man for CB with 13. Rashid Brennan with 20 in the loss. Other scores from yesterday from the T.I. Gibson Gym and junior girls, T.A. Thompson would take down Anatol Rogers 20-11. Kamaya Roll, the high point scorer there with 13 points. And the junior boys, Anatol, they would take down T.A. Thompson 36-27. Joshua Russell, the high point man there with 22 points. Now scores from today's games in tomorrow's Sportscast. For ZNS Sports, I'm Amajal Knowles.
And that's your look at sports for you here on this Tuesday. Tuesday weather's just ahead. Stay with us.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
This Christmas is on BTC. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with us. Sign up for one of our $64.99 or higher postpaid plans or one of our broadband bundles and get a chance to drive into 2024 with a brand new Kia Sonet. Pay your bill in full and you can be a winner with our Christmas grab bag. Activate a $15 prepaid combo and get your chance to win Visa gift cards, travel and gas vouchers, and so much more. Watch our Hallmark movie of the week for a chance to win a prepaid Visa gift card. Make BTC your choice this Christmas with over over $100,000 in prizes. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. Visit any BTC location today. Terms and conditions apply.
First we plan, then we innovate, then we build. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we are committed to quality, to safety, and to service. We know that the road you take is just as important as your final destination. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, it is our job to make sure the road and the ride are as smooth as possible. From striping roads to building them, we are the right choice, the trusted choice, the only choice to help you build your tomorrow.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we have that relatively dry frontal boundary now making its way into the southeast Bahamas. That's being followed by a second one presently over Florida that will continue sinking towards the south and east and will increase our cloudiness over the next couple of days. Tonight, we're looking at clear to partly cloudy conditions this evening, and then the cloudiness will begin to develop late into the night with a low temperature around 69 degrees. And tomorrow, cloudy in the morning, then there will be periods of clouds and sunshine in the afternoon. Your high temperature tomorrow, a comfortable 77 degrees. Extended weather forecast, things pretty nice tomorrow, but those temperatures will gradually warm back up into the 80s as of Thursday, and that will continue right into the early part of next week. Makishla.
Well, thanks, Basil, and that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
What a